of the Netherlands, who won the first Grand Prix of the season in Doha, going up against David NAGY from Hungary with the support of all the locals here in Budapest. So cagey start, as we can expect. NAGY just trying to find a way through early doors though. Minute without a hit, and we'll have the passivity yellow cards coming out for both fencers. Just a little bit of a warning. Oh, that was very lucky how he managed to get away with that, David NAGY. The first attack failed, then he saw an opportunity for a flash, but that was blocked out, and that was a really strong hand in 6 to swing it back around again. That'll be a warning to Tristan TULEN. He's the taller of the two athletes, but that is some impressive strength in the forearm from NAGY to fashion that hit. Oh, tried it again, but this time with second intention, expecting TULEN to deceive the first one. So fakes high, goes low, and then looks to pick up. And TULEN, ducking in close quarters, able to land the counter action. There's a minute left in the first period, and there's been a couple of really good hits. One from NAGY, using his strength and agility to get off to a 1-point lead, and then some really nice close quarters work from TULEN to level things up. They have had one passivity call, and there was enough time on the clock when it started for this little phrase that passivity could be called again. Not anymore. So NAGY, the keener of the two, to push the fight on and make something of it. Different styles of epee fencing. Generally, you can describe most, if not all, epee fencers as careful, cautious, precise, patient. But there are a few out there, and NAGY seems to be one of them. He's a little bit more willing to take risks, to try and score hits. So with nothing separating these two, it just feels that NAGY is going to be the more likely to take a risk and close the distance up. TULEN staying disciplined though. NAGY trying to pin him into the blue danger area, the warning area. Step 2 feet behind that line, that blue line, and it will be a point to NAGY. But NAGY getting too close without actually making a definitive move towards the target, so TULEN, with no space to go into, gets him on the counter. There's actually a nice little bit of lure trapping NAGY into thinking he could score the hit and then picking up the blade. Oh, that's lovely as well. Loads of fakes before that final action, which was a low-high. Feint to the low line, hit and high line. There's lots of hand work, blade work before that. And then hand goes high in the high C, points down to the low line, and finishes in the high line. Beautiful little hit from NAGY. So he scored one and had one scored against him as the aggressor. Now the aggressor scores his second hit to take the lead. So overall, being a little bit more aggressive and pressing a little bit more has worked in NAGY's favour. The question is, how brave is he? Will he continue, or will he say, right, well, now I've got the lead, it's over to you, TULEN, you've got to come and get me. NAGY still playing the aggressor. He's baiting TULEN in to attack him and aim to land a double. But he has such a nice attack, and so sharp and such a surprise. I often wonder why TULEN doesn't do that more often. It wouldn't be as much of a surprise if he did it all the time, but he tends to only bring it out once or twice a match. NAGY is luring him, trying to get him to start that attack, and then he's trying to pick up the blade. It's the short offence, he'll fancy himself in a close quarters battle. Oh, that is a cracker. That is a really nice hit. Hours and hours in the training cell to land this one. Watch the point. There's just a sliver of the wrist, and NAGY able to land it, and that's why the fist pumped high. That would have felt really good. End of the second period, and NAGY, with an absolutely blistering hit, has just taken the lead, 6-5. So the game for the Hungarian has been one where he's pressed and pushed. He's been the creator, TULEN the reactor. When NAGY got into the lead, TULEN pulled out one of his beautiful surprise attacks to level things up, but the final hit of that second period was a thing of beauty. TULEN, I think, has to be a little bit more of a creator now. He has to press a little bit more. Going into the final 3-minute periods, he might not feel that he needs to do it until the final minute, but as time ticks away, the pressure builds. I just fancy NAGY with the lead might well take this one if it was to go all the way. to time and it'd be such a low scoring affair. Time for the third period here in this men's semi-final at the Budapest Grand Prix. David Nagy of Hungary leads 6-5 over Tristan TULEN from the Netherlands. We saw passivity called in the match earlier. As we come into this final period, it'll be interesting to see if Tristan TULEN does decide to just press the go button a little bit earlier than he did in the second period. He's pressing the fight into Nagy's half. Oh, there was a big opportunity there for Nagy. TULEN had stepped in and opened up his target. Now we're going to have our second passivity card. The referee giving out the P red cards, and that means that a point is given to each fencer. So now, 1:57 on the clock, 1:58 on the clock. TULEN trailing, cannot afford for a minute to go by without a hit being scored. Nagy can just sit back here. He's got to stay focused and concentrated to afford himself the opportunity to do just that and squeeze a double out with a counter. But 1:35 on the clock. So now looking for a hit before 36 seconds appear on the clock in this countdown. Still, Nagy with the advantage. At some point, TULEN is going to have to launch one of those attacks. Nagy being very disciplined with the hand now, staying exactly where it needs to be. He's playing the doubles game, that is for sure, and who can blame him? But TULEN this time collecting the blade. Does a fake short attack and then forces out Nagy into his counter, which he knows is coming, and then picks the blade up. Fake one, and then picks it up and goes with the real one. So all square now. Technically 1 minute 1 second on the clock, so they could call passivity here if the clock gets down to 1 second without either of them scoring a hit before then. And that would be difficult for Nagy, who's the lower seed. TULEN would progress, but now that risk is gone. A double ensures that we cannot have a P black card now because we're inside a minute to go. Who's going to take the risk? Are we going to get a TULEN special here? Super fast step lunge attack. Oh, he does go for it as well. This time off the blade again. And now, with just under 13 seconds to go, here is that hit. He felt it coming, just grabs hold of the blade and he held it just long enough to get a single light up on the box. Now Nagy has to go after this. Oh, he gets it as well. Bit of second intention there from NAGY. Went in with the first one, short attack. There's the it's all safe for TULEN. He feels fine and then comes back out again. And on the counter action, NAGY has leveled up. 9 seconds to go. I just like the outcome now as a priority minute. And we do indeed have a priority minute in this men's semi-final. The electronic coin toss gives priority to Tristan TULEN. So sudden death minute here. If someone gets a single light, they're through to the men's final. If no single lights are scored in a minute, TULEN will go through on priority. NAGY the one pressing again. Does he do his fake attack followed by the real one? Well, they're getting close quarters and there's a little bit of jostling there. I wonder if a card's going to come out for TULEN here. It doesn't. It comes out for NAGY. NAGY is the one that gets the card. And that's probably because his elbow when he was coming up into Prem went across the face of TULEN. So now a yellow card for the Hungarian. Still sudden death minute, 37 seconds left of it. NAGY is still pressing, he's still the creator, and he's the one that gets the reward. What a brilliant final hit, another one of those really tight ones. The discipline of the hand, absolutely critical. A priority minute win, 11 points to 10. Referee has to go and look at the video just to check there are no infringements. And of course there are no infringements, the point stands. And a brilliant match up there. The Doha Grand Prix winner, Tristan TULEN, has to settle for bronze here. He loses out to a man on a mission. David NAGY from Hungary is through to the men's final.